Visual: slow reveal of a low-slung convertible cruising along a coastal road. Soft music: camera glides over the silhouette, then cuts to the cabin. Today we're diving into one of Audi's most theatrical statements about the future of luxury electric cars, the 2025 Audi Skysphere concept. This isn't just a pretty roadster, it's a rolling thought experiment, part sports car, part autonomous lounge, and entirely focused on reimagining how luxury cars should behave in the age of electric power and automated driving. Let's start with the headline tech because it's what makes Skysphere feel like science fiction that could be real next week. The car has a variable wheelbase. Yes, the body can physically change length. With the push of a button, the Skysphere can retract into a compact, sporty 4.94-meter layout for sports, driving, or extend by 250 mm into a 5.19-meter grand touring mode that prioritizes legroom, aerodynamics, and autonomous comfort. That mechanical choreography also changes ride height by a few millimeters to suit the mode. It's a bold way of solving a basic conflict. Do you want a compact, engaging roadster or a stretched-out chauffeur-driven lounge? Audi gives you both. Under the carbon-smooth skin is an electric drivetrain focused on rear axle power. Audi's concept materials and briefings indicate a single powerful electric motor driving the rear wheels, fed by a battery pack that Audi suggested would be in excess of 80 kWh. Output figures quoted around the reveal put peak power in the high hundreds of kilowatts. Reports commonly reference around 465 kilowatts, and torque enough to deliver a 0 to 62 mph sprint in under 4 seconds. Supercar numbers, but in a very different package: rear drive, lightweight feel, and a battery layout designed to improve handling dynamics rather than simply maximize floor pack capacity. Range estimates given during the concept's debut spoke to more than 300 miles WLTP, a sign Audi wanted both performance and usable long-distance capability. So what does that feel like on the road? In sports mode, expect a taut, low-bodied roadster with responsive rear drive behavior, quick turn-in from the adjustable suspension, and the kind of instantaneous torque only EVs can deliver. Flip to grand touring, and the car becomes more cruise-oriented. The steering wheel and pedals can retract for the occupants, the interior becomes an open lounge, and the car leans into higher levels of automated driving. Audi designed the Skysphere concept around Level 4 autonomy scenarios where infrastructure and regulation permit it. The transition is meant to be seamless. One moment you're the pilot, the next you're a passenger in a traveling first-class suite. Design is where the Skysphere flirts with poetry. The long bonnet, low roofline, and rear hinged doors give it classic roadster proportions with a modern, aerodynamic twist. Audi's designers borrowed cues from pre-war roadsters while adding massive glass surfaces and a minimalist, theater-like cockpit. Inside, the cabin is intentionally experiential: sustainably produced microfiber, eucalyptus wood accents, and a panoramic, wrap-around display that Audi showed across the dash to serve both driver and passenger. The materials and finishes underline Audi's point that future luxury need not rely on traditional animal leather textures, instead, an eco-conscious, high-tech aesthetic. The human interface is especially theatrical. The enormous full-width display, secondary touch surfaces, and the disappearing steering wheel and pedals aren't gimmicks. They're illustrative of two philosophies. When you want to drive, the car gives you immediate feedback and tactile control. When you don't, the cabin becomes a place to relax, work, or socialize while the car handles navigation and traffic. For creators and vloggers, the passenger-oriented display and the convertible top translate to cinematic potential. Think vlog shots from a moving, silent EV that can also chauffeur you autonomously. Safety and chassis tech shouldn't be overlooked. The concept pairs air suspension, double wishbone geometry, and rear wheel steering to achieve both high-speed stability and tight low-speed maneuverability. Fly-by-wire steering and a sensor suite intended for advanced autonomy are part of the picture. Too, these systems are necessary for the grand touring autonomous scenarios Audi envisions. While concepts sometimes overstate readiness, the technical choices show Audi thinking about how driver aids and chassis mechanics must be co-designed for both sporty handling and safe automated cruising. Now, the practical question: how much will it cost? Audi has not announced pricing for Skysphere. After all, it's a concept car designed to preview technologies and design language rather than offer an immediately purchasable product. If Audi did move a production version to market, expect it to sit in a very premium, low-volume bracket. Ballpark, and this is speculative, think six-figure pricing well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, are equivalent because the engineering complexity, variable wheelbase, bespoke battery packaging, autonomy hardware, and luxury positioning would put it alongside hand-built Grand Tours and limited-run electric exotica. But to be crystal clear, Audi hasn't released an official price or production plan. Who should care about Skysphere? If you love design that provokes, technology that challenges convention, and a future where cars are both toys and mobile living rooms, this concept is especially interesting. For enthusiasts, it's a reminder that electrification doesn't kill character, it frees designers and engineers to reconfigure proportions, packaging and experience. For buyers, it's a preview of what premium marques might offer once autonomy, battery tech and bespoke manufacturing converge. For creators, filmmakers, influencers, photographers, its convertible silhouette and autonomous lounge mode open new storytelling possibilities. Finally, what to watch for next? Audi presented Skysphere as the first of a sphere family of concepts: Skysphere, Grand Sphere, Urban Sphere, each exploring a different piece of future mobility. Track how Audi migrates elements from these concepts into production vehicles. Variable user interfaces, sustainable interiors, and tiered autonomy features are much more likely to show up in the next generation of production Audis than the literal variable length chassis, but you never know which radical detail will survive the engineering gauntlet. If you care about the bleeding edge of automotive design, Skysphere is a vivid touchstone. Visual. Slow pull back as the Skysphere drives into sunset. Voiceover fades. That's the Skysphere. Part dream, part roadster, part chauffeured salon, and entirely an eye-opener for what luxury mobility might become. If you like this breakdown, hit like, subscribe for more deep dives, and tell me in the comments, would you rather drive a two-seat sports convertible, or be chauffeured in a moving first-class lounge?